Coming into 2014, question number 8. Sri Lanka and China produce garments and machinery. Table below illustrates the hypothetical output quantities of the two goods produced by the two countries using given amount of inputs. They have said countries Sri Lanka, China, machinery and garments. They have given some numbers and they are asking which country should specialize in which good. Tell me, Nabai, when figuring out which country should specialize in which good, based on which theory should we give this? Absolute the comparative. Now they're giving 5 marks also here based on comparative advantage. So how can you start your answer, Lamai? You can start your answer by saying, okay, which country should specialize and trade on which good will be determined based on which country has the comparative advantage for producing each good. And then now you have to calculate. Comparative advantage states the country that has the lower opportunity cost in producing that good will specialize in that good. So now you calculate the opportunity cost. Shall we calculate, Lamai? What have they given us? Output data or input data? What's this information? This 50 and 10 and 150 and this thing? This is because Lamai, absolute advantage is not a complete theory. You don't determine what you should specialize in based on absolute advantage. It's a flawed theory, so it's always based on comparative advantage. Okay. Now, right. So to start your answer, just to repeat, you can start your answer by saying, right, which country should specialize on which good will be based on the theory of comparative advantage. According to theory of comparative advantage, the country that has the lower opportunity cost in producing the good should specialize in that. And then now you find the opportunity cost. This is output data, the number of units. So quickly find, Lamai. We'll find the comparative advantage. In China, if they are producing 50 machines, they have to give up 150 garments. So foregone 150, gained 50. What is their opportunity cost? 3 units of garments. Then in Sri Lanka, it will be foregone 50, gained 10, 5 units of garments. So if you take machinery, who has the lower opportunity cost? China has the lower opportunity cost because they have to give up only 3 units of garments. Then find for garments. For garments, foregone is 50, gained 150. So here you get 0.33 machines. Here you get foregone is 10, gained is 50, 0.2 machines. So who has the lower opportunity cost? For garments, it is with Sri Lanka. So you have to show this. You can't write this in another separate working paper and put this. This is also something that you get marks. So then you can say accordingly, right? Now you have to explain, Lamai. Accordingly, you can say in the production of machinery, the opportunity cost of producing machines in China is 3 units of garments. In Sri Lanka, it is 5 units of garments. So therefore, China has the lower opportunity cost. So China should specialize in the production of garments. You have to give your answer like that. Then when it comes to, machinery, when it comes to machinery, China's opportunity cost is 3 garments. Sri Lanka's opportunity cost is 5 garments. So China has the lower opportunity cost in producing machinery. So China should specialize in machinery. So you have to properly write that in a paragraph like that. Then you can say, when it comes to garments, the opportunity cost of producing garments in China is 0.33 machines. The opportunity cost of producing garments in Sri Lanka is 0.2 machines. So Sri Lanka has the lower opportunity cost when producing garments. Therefore, Sri Lanka should specialize in the production of garments. So that kind of a thing, Lamai, you have to, after giving your working, you have to write. Sri Lanka garments. Is that okay? That's one of the easiest 5-mark questions that you will get, Lamai. Give a small intro do the calculations and show the opportunity cost, then you have to explain this country this much, this country this much. They have the lower one, so therefore they should produce. Okay. Then my part B. What is the terms of trade ratio between the two countries after specialization? What is this terms of trade ratio, Lamai? This is the exchange rate, no? This is the exchange rate. So you can, if now 5 marks also, no? So maybe you can give the internal and external exchange rate separately. So you can say, we'll give the internal exchange rate first. Okay. What is the internal exchange rate? So you can say the internal exchange rate is for in China, one machine is 3 garments. In China, one machine is equal to 3 garments. This is their exchange. In Sri Lanka, one machine is equal to 5 garments. In China, one garment is equal to 0.33 and 0.2. 0.33 machines, and one garment here is equal to 0.2 machines. This is the internal exchange. This is the opportunity cost lamai. In the countries, for one machine, they can get 3 garments. That's what you call the internal exchange rate. So then lamai, after that you can say, China will specialize in the production of machines. Sri Lanka will specialize in the production of garments because they have the lower one, China here. And then you can say, can you give me the exchange rate, Lamai? For one machine, what will be the exchange rate? More than what? Less than what? China is the one producing machines. In their country, one machine is equal to 3 garments. So China will expect more than 3 garments. No, if they want to expect, you can say China would expect more than 3 garments for a machine. Okay, you can say that. China expects more than 3. More than 3 garments per machine. Then what will 3 garments per machine? What will Sri Lanka be willing to pay? In Sri Lanka, one machine is equal to 5 garments. That is their exchange rate. Sri Lanka will be willing to pay less than 5 garments. You can say. So SL is willing to pay less than 5. Okay, give me a second, guys. Hold on. Why? Okay. Then you can even give it like this. You can say for one machine, right, the exchange rate will be more than 3 garments, less than 5 garments. You can give it that way. And then same thing Lamai, do it for garments also. Garments, who is specializing? When you take garments, it is Sri Lanka who is specializing. For garments in Sri Lanka, they are getting 0.2 machines. So that Sri Lanka will expect more than 0.2 machines. China will be willing to pay less than 0.33 machines. So you can say for 1 unit of garment, you need more than 0.2 machines, and these guys will be willing to pay less than 0.33 machines. You can come up with the exchange rate like that. Is that okay? This is one of the, again, easiest 5 marks that you can get. Shape. Yes, this is the exchange. That is what you call the terms of trade ratio, Lama. The mutually beneficial exchange rates. Done. Then coming into question 3. Ayo. what are the tariff and non-tariff barriers that limit free trade? Quickly give me an answer, guys. What are the tariff and non-tariff barriers that limit free trade? What and what can you write? 2014 question number 3. Tariff and non-tariff barriers that limit free trade. They are only asking what also. You don't have to. No. Terms of trade here means the exchange rate case. Don't get, that's not another thing. What can we give? Okay, quotas. So, okay, first of all, start with tariffs. What kind of tariffs we have? Simple tariffs, in the sense there is nothing else. So, if you take tariffs, there are import tariffs. There are import tariffs. Yeah, that is the main thing. And there are certain export tariffs also. So, these are barriers. Import and export tariffs. Then tell me non-tariff barriers. Non-tariff barriers. What do we have here? Here we have import quotas, right? Import quotas. You can have QUO. No. Export subsidies. You can have limiting exports voluntarily. Limiting exports voluntarily. What else? Anything else? At least give another 2, 3 maybe. Custom duty and all will come under import tariffs. Don't again give that separate. Anything else? Okay. Foreign exchange control can give, not a main thing, but okay. I would say rather not write that also. Dumping is not really a trade barrier. Because of trade barriers, dumping is prevented. Yes, you can say following anti-dumping practices. Yes, that can be correct. Following anti-dumping practice, that is correct. Okay, so following anti-dumping practices. Okay, then you can even give this. I remember these standards. Remember these let's say administrative and other standards that is there. If you want to export something to Sri Lanka, it has to meet these standards. Otherwise, we won't give. Those are also barriers. No, standards when it comes to administration and technology and tech. So those are there. Now I'll give you a simple example, Lamai, for these standards. Now I have one of my friends. He imports fans, right? He imports a energy saving fan from India. So that costs around, it saves a lot of current compared to a normal fan. It saves around, I don't know, around 60-70% electricity. But you can't just import that. He was told if he wants to import that, right, he has to send it to this SLS, Sri Lanka Standard Institution. He has to send it to the Sri Lanka Standard Institution, get it approved. So he had to give a sample to the Sri Lanka Standard Institution. They will check whether the fan is safe, is it complying with Sri Lanka standards, and they will give a rating. SLS stars, 1 star, 2 star. He got a 5-star rating also. That kind of a thing is there. So and that process, Lamai, took around 6 months to 1 year. So those are all barriers, no? Now, if you can just import, then even I will import fans, no man. I will also import fans from somewhere, and I will also put a shop and sell. So to limit those, to restrict that trade, otherwise fellows will keep on importing whatever they want, no? That is why those standards are there, Lamai. Okay? So those are there. Yes, you can put trade embargoes also, no problem. Okay? You only have to say but, you don't have to go and explain. Is that fine? Tariff and non-tariff barriers. Yep. Then coming into the last one, same thing that we did before. Why countries impose barriers to free trade? Or in other words, the arguments in favor of trade protectionism. Can you quickly give me the arguments and tell me which year did we discuss this? No, AliExpress and stuff, those small ones don't have any quotas. What are the reasons? So you can write Lamai to protect strategically important industries, to protect infant industries, to prevent against dumping, foreign exchange control. Can someone give me the year that we discussed? Same question was there before. I'm not going into detail again. Year. The ones watching the YouTube video who can go back and watch 2011. Question number 8, subsection 2. The ones watching the YouTube video, please go back and watch this. It told the same thing. So here the only difference is you should not state, you should go a little bit and explain. So in your own words, write and explain also, Lama. You can't write pages and pages. For each of these points, ideally 4 to 5 points, write around 3-4 lines. That's what you can write. You can't write pages and pages on this. Okay, so maybe give some examples, write around 3-4 lines. Okay. Right. That is it with the 2014. See, 2014, Lamai. The entire thing was from unit number 9, no? 2014 was actually easy because 2013 paper was hard. So all of this is there. National security in the sense because sometimes, let's say, because of all these imported goods that come, not really a threat to security, but it's like within the country, when you put barriers and all, you're within the country, so foreign products don't come in. That kind of thing is what they are talking. National security. Okay. Right. Done. Then we'll go into 2015.